So clear signs that a system might require attention. One is slowness. And when I say slowness, let's add to that comparable slowness. You bring up the graphic for this building and loads very quickly. But if you bring up the graphic with that building, it takes a little longer. Or if you're performing this action, normally it works really well, but once in a while it doesn't. That's sign of a bottleneck, a burst, an issue with the system. So again, slowness, and especially if you can do comparable slowness between this approach and that approach, or this site and that site, that's a good sign. And second is if an action does work 90% of the time, but not 10, then that's a very clear sign that the system is supposed to work, but once in a while it doesn't. And that's typically a sign of a bottleneck and overloading of the system. Yeah. As a facility manager, as an operator of a building, if you have access to the engineering tools for your building automation system or systems, you can try to tackle it yourself. But that is the job of your partners, of your system integrator partners. Of course, they will require a little guidance, and you need to create space for them, an opportunity for them to look at improving the system, and perhaps even collaborate with other system integrators. If you're in a facility that has multiple partners, multiple contractors involved, create the opportunity for them to work together. But why not do it yourself? Again, first of all, it's their job. Second of all, they have access to the tools. They have access to the knowledge. If you give them the opportunity to work on and improving those systems, they should be pretty good partners to you. I don't know. I don't know if that's the good answer. Yeah, great. Awesome. I should mention we have several good articles, piece of content that talk about collaboration between partners and customers, between partners. So check it out in our notes here. I think they'll be very, very valuable. And let us know what you think. Let me say 2 points that this gives me an idea, and maybe we'll rephrase a question to fit the answer. But yeah, point number one. I think one important thing to understand is that building automation a long time ago was put in place for what we call command and control. The room is too hot, turn on the cooling. If the room is too cold, turn on the heating. It was a command and control as a one-off command every once in a while. Building automation systems have grown significantly to support our ESG goals, our smart building programs, and now we're layering on top of these building automation systems demand for more and more data. We expect a lot more out of it. I'm telling you this because it's important to understand that a system that was designed for one purpose, and then you migrate it, you move it, you transform it to fit in their purpose, may require you to step back and change the infrastructure, change the underlying system to achieve these business goals. So it's okay to take a moment and say, I want to achieve these business goals, but I need to make these changes. I need to update my building automation system. I need to move from a serial communication to an IP-based communication. I need to upgrade these controllers that were designed to do one thing, and they did them very, very well, but now we expect more out of them. So I think having in mind that the industry has evolved, but sometimes we expect that evolution to also apply to old systems is not fair. And so to create that opportunity to make the update, and it is worth it, especially if your business goals are supporting your future. Invest in it.